Hello there, welcome to my bench once again. In today's tutorial I'm going to tie you up a dry fly this time. And this guy is called the pale watery dun. I tie it in like a size 14 down to an 18 in smaller sizes. And it's a good fly to imitate those small little dark gray mayflies you see on the water sometimes, them little small mayflies. It's a good imitation for that, works well. So I figured I'd give this guy a whirl for you this time. So we'll get him a device, a fresh hook in, and I'll get started here. Okay, the hook is a mustad 94840, and I'm going to tie him on the 14 for you so it's easier to see here. So we'll get that locked down in the vise like so. And I'm using gray thread, UTC 70 denier in gray. And like always, we'll start our thread base right behind the eye here. And we're going to wrap back to about halfway on the hook shank. Then we're going to wrap back up forward again about halfway onto that. And that's where we'll place our wings. So we'll cut that tag in the thread off there. So halfway right there is where you want. Now, the wings are natural grade duck quills. And I have a slip from the right and left wing. Just going to get them prepared here and lined up. Okay, just like so here. Just want to make sure I got the ends even here before I tie them in. Looks just about right where I want them. Okay, now I'm going to place them on top of the hook here. Just like so, and I want them approximately hook shank length. Move forward. Now I'm going to come up with my thread down between my fingers. And I'm going to pull straight down. Then I'm going to come back up between my fingers, still pinching them together, pull straight up. Back down one more time, and pull straight down. Then I'm going to wrap back 2 to 3 wraps. And then I'm going to come in, snip off that excess on an angle, like so. One more wrap right behind the wings here. Then I'm going to lift them up gently. And I'm going to make 2 to 3 wraps in front of those wings, nice and easy. The key is not to wrap back too far on duck quill wings, because that generally will split them for you. It can be a real headache. Okay, that looks good right there. Okay, then I'm going to go jump back behind them again and cover up those wing butts there. Work back towards where we want to tie in our tail. It's just about above the barb there, right there. Now those wings look good. They should be fine. Okay. Now our tail is simply medium dun gray hackle barbels. And I have one here. I'm going to strip some of the fibers off this hackle stem here for our tail. Okay. Get those lined up. There we go. Measure that up, hook shank length approximately. Switch hands, and we're going to tie that in on top here, just like so. Okay, and we're going to wrap back a couple wraps to get back to above the barb, just like so. And there's our tail. Then we'll wrap forward once again, and I'm going to snip those ends of those hackle fibers off here, right behind the wing. Get this all snipped out of the way. Got a couple there that's being a little stubborn for me. Okay, there we go. Okay, now bind those down, and then come back to right in front of the tail. Now, the body on this guy, it calls for a medium gray or dark gray dubbing, so I'm just going to use the popular Adams gray dubbing, which is a good gray color for this particular fly. So now we'll add a little bit of dubbing wax on the thread here, and we'll get our dubbing noodle started. And like on all the drives, we want a little bit of taper in this guy, so I put less the front of the noodle, a little bit more towards the back, but still not overly heavy amount of dubbing though, of course. Just keep it light. Okay. And a tad bit more here. Just make sure that's on there nice and tight. Okay. Now begin to wrap this up here. Wrap back first. I like to turn my vise to see, make sure I'm getting that right where I want it. First wrap right in front of the tail. And we're going to wrap progressively forward here. And you'll see that little taper that we got. That's what we were looking for. Now I'm just going to, excuse me, that has a lot of guard hairs in it, that dubbing, so I'm just going to trim some of that out. Don't want too many of them. A few are sticking, that never hurts anything. There we go. Okay, now our next step is to attach our hackle. And I have a medium dun gray saddle hackle here, sized up for 14, ready to tie in. So we're going to take him and tie him in right behind the wing here where the body ended, on about a 45-degree angle, like so. And we want our shiny side facing forward, dull side back. And we're going to wrap him in, wrap forward towards behind the wing, but don't go too close to the wing. Going to gently grab those wings, jump in front, bind that hackle's tip down in the front as well. Wrap back to just in front of the wings, like so. And I'm going to turn my vise so I can reach in and get a hold of that little hackle tip stem there and snip them out. There we go. Okay, and we're going to end our thread right behind the eye. Okay, now the last step is to wrap our hackle. So, what we'll do, I'm going to use my fingers first here to wrap, and we'll just begin to make our first wrap right in front of our body there, just like so. There we go, then we'll come forward. Next wrap right in front of that one. And just do the same as you go forward. There we go. Now I'm going to grab my hackle pliers here before I get too short on me. Okay, and just keep wrapping forward, just like so. Now you want one wrap close to the back of them wings, but not too snug. Just like so. Now, pull those wings back nice and easy like. And I want to get one wrap right tight against those wings, like so. One more wrap, same thing, right in front of the next. And we'll just proceed forward here. Each wrap tight against the next. There we go. And I'll probably get about 2 more on this guy. Just 1. And I'll make 1 more. Okay. Now to tie off, I'll just come up here on top. Bring my thread up around behind that. 2 wraps. And I'm going to come in front. 2 to 3 wraps to lock that in. That hackle tip, like so. And I'll come in nice and easy here and snip that off. Probably blocking the light a little there, sorry about that. There we go. Okay. Now I'm going to cut one fiber there, I'm going to snip out. One errant fiber. There we go. Okay, a few more securing wraps there. Build a little hit on them. Now I'm going to take my dubbing needle. Those wings closed as I was wrapping the hackle. I'm just going to separate them once again because they naturally will separate, of course. Just like so here. There we go. Just to show you that they will separate once again. Okay, that looks great. There's what it looks like from the top view. So there we have it. Another size 14 pale watery done. All that's left to do is a whip finish and a little hit cement and it's a done deal. So I'll bring in my whip finisher here. And we'll give that a good 4 or 5 turn whip finish. Here, 4, and we'll do one more here. Come down. Okay, snug that in good. Nice and tight. Come in, snip off my excess thread. Just like so. Okay. One step left to do. Take some hit smid here. And we'll put a nice drop on those thread wraps. And let it soak in good. Just like so. There we go. Okay. There we have it. Done deal. Like I was saying, it's a really good imitation for those small little dark colored mayflies. It works well for that. So, once again, I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you're a new viewer and you'd like to see more, just hit that good old subscribe button and the bell icon, and that way you'll know when I'm putting up new videos. And throw in a like too. If anybody would like to wish to throw in a like, go ahead. I appreciate that as well. And if you have any comments or suggestions, throw them in too. So, like always, until next time, happy tying everyone. I shall see you again soon. And so long for now, folks. See if I can give you a little closer view of this guy here. Okay, I just got to adjust my focus here. Sorry about that. Okay. Anyway. Just give him a little turn for you.